Hello there, welcome back to GCSE Labs. This video will be on cell specialisation as part of the Cell Biology GCSE Science specification. Let's begin. We're going to go straight into it. First we have sperm cells. These cells are specialised for reproduction as they deliver male DNA to the female DNA. It is adapted to swim towards the egg cell by having a long tail and a streamlined head. So this is a good point for when talking about adaptations. Because it needs a lot of energy to move or to swim, it consists of a lot of mitochondria. Remember, this is an organelle that transfers a lot of energy, or generates a lot of energy, you can say. In order to digest into the egg cell, so digest a really key word, and we got the membrane, it digests into the membrane. It has a lot of enzymes. So these two words always link them together, digest and enzymes. And you can see here that we have a very and fairly simple diagram of what a sperm cell should look like. So a lot of mitochondria is located here in the middle piece or middle section, and this is where the nucleus is. Remember, this is a eukaryotic cell, and you can call the tail a flagellum as well. Nerve cells is specialized for rapidly carrying electrical signals to different parts of the body to other parts of the body, or to another part of the body. For further distance, these cells are long. Therefore, they form a network by connecting to other nerve cells through branched connections. So there's a lot of the word connecting, connections, but also remember branched connections. They connect by branched connections to form a network. And here's a diagram. You don't need to know about these different parts as we will look at it at a later date. Moving on. Muscle cells. These cells are specialized for quick contraction and are long for more space to contract. They contain lots of mitochondria needed to transfer or generate energy for the contraction. There are three types of muscle cells, which are skeletal, smooth, and cardiac muscle cells. Now, you don't really need to know about this point or the three types of muscle cells. However, it's just good to know that there are different types. And the skeletal muscle cells tend to be more cylindrical. So they tend to look a bit like this. Now going on to the plant cells, let's start off with the root hair cells. These are specialized for absorbing water and minerals. So remember, absorbing, a really key word, not taking in, absorbing. These are found on the surface of the roots of plants and grow in the soil, which provides a larger surface area for absorbing water and mineral ions from the soil. And here's a fairly simple diagram. And remember, it's a plant cell we're talking about, which is why we have a vacuole. It already says it there, but just to point it out, just as a reminder that it is a plant cell, there is a vacuole, as well as there is a cell wall. And having a large surface area is really important, especially when the surface area to volume ratio is bigger. However, we will look at that at a later date. Xylem cells. These cells form xylem tubes which transport water and nutrients around the cells, in which the cells are long and joined end to end. They are hollow in the center, and they become strengthened by a substance called lignin. So this is just for the strengthening of the cells. And here we can see that it carries water and minerals, no end walls between the cells, so it's just open. It's only a one-way only, and this is a part of transpiration. And we will look at that at a later date. The outer cells are not living, so these are dead cells. Dead cells that form xylem tubes. Doesn't mean this is Doesn't really mean the xylem cells are dead, it's just the outer tissue. Finally, we got the phloem cells. These have the same function as xylem cells, however they only carry food substances. And mainly dissolved sugars, such as glucose. They form phloem tubes, of course, and these cells have very few subcellular structures so that things can flow through them easily. The cells, again, are long and joined end to end to form tubes. Now let's look at this diagram. There are organic molecules, so remember this is food. The organic molecules are referring to the food substances. The end walls, we have the two-way movement, so this is known as translocation. However, we will look at that later on. Translocation. And the cells are living but need support, so these are living cells. So just remember, phloem is living, xylem is dead. Now, I hope you took what you need to from this video. The next video will be on cell differentiation. Please subscribe and have a lovely day. Goodbye.